goes down, wallbang comes out, and all of a sudden it's going to come down to this 2 versus 1. However, Bolts will be able to sneak out, find both kills, and finish off the round for Immortals. So that is going to be the opening for this one, and Immortals are going to be able to take that coveted 1-0 start, get their best foot forward, and try to work on these anti-eco rounds. Now, it is going to be a force buy from CLG. They're going to pick up armor on 4 out of the 5 players. Kusta going to be on a USP, no armor. He just buys an HE grenade. So they've got 2 nades, a smoke, and a flash to work with. And already, again, mid-presence for Immortals. They're not slowing down behind this. Very fast up catwalk is Steel. He's going to be looking to put that UMP to work. He's going to be able to spot out FNS. He's already up the top side of catwalk. And already a dink goes out too. Lucas is actually going to be down to 2 HP over towards that connector side of things. That nade's going to be a little bit off the mark, but they are going to be able to get a forward presence over towards B. Kusta trying to dance around the box as the default, but he's got no armor to work with, and he is going to go down to the hands of Steel. Bolts, in the meantime, was able to find Cutler. Ricky does trade that one out, but the bomb going to move on forward towards that B bomb site and get planted over here. So this is going to be surely another round for Immortals, unless Ricky can do something crazy with the AK, but it looks like he's just perfectly content hanging on to that. He's over in terrorist spawn. Shouldn't be able to get too much out of this one. Actually going back towards the palace side, they've got one close A ramp as well on Ethan. He's 15 HP with a P250. Not that we can see it. Will hitting escape get the gun back? Negative, Ghost Rider. So what I'm gonna do is reconnect real fast and hope that that gun's back. So we're gonna wait for the bomb to explode. We're gonna have a quick reconnect here, and we'll see how things go. So again, bomb blowing up, boom boom, and boom boom, and we'll get right back in here in 2 seconds. SSD, do your job, and hopefully Ethan's gun is back. We've got a knife. Do we have a gun? That is the real question here. We've got nades. Okay, you're teasing me, Ethan. Don't tease me now, boy. You're too young for this. You ain't ready for all this, man. Smokes go out over towards the A-bomb site. There's a pistol. All right, we're good. So, Ricky with the AK, going to have his work cut out for him, but he's already down. Bolt's going to be able to find him. Now pouncing out from the backside of the triple boxes. It's going to be Ethan, good for 1. FNX and Lucas going to be able to find some positive trades for the terrorist side of Immortals. It is going to be Cutler to answer back on Henny. So we are down into a 3 versus 2 post-plant, and Kusta's picked up an AK. He looking like he wants to shy away from this. That incendiary is going to push Cutler's position out, and he will fall to Steel, coming around from the backstab and connector. And that is going to be another round on the board for the Immortals side. Kusta hightailing it out of there, wants to hang on to the AK for the next round. Shouldn't have a problem. Doesn't look like they're going to be putting too much emphasis on chasing just yet. And Immortals are going to find that 3-0 start moving forward in this matchup. So good beginnings for the Brazilians. See how this first opening gun round goes. Throw your AK to pick up a pistol. That's the way I like to see it, Lucas. Well played, my friend. Well played. Now, Kusta, he's up here in the apartment halls in the little kitchen area. Lucas not going to press the issue. Not going to go too whole hog on it, and that's going to be 2 AKs carried over, a UMP. Henny already on the AWP. He hasn't gotten a kill yet, so not necessarily starting off the best possible way, but we will see him onto the AWP. We know that it's his favorite weapon, and Kusta is going to have one of his own over here on the CT side. Save the AK. That gets thrown over to Cutler. So the economy saved is economy gain and firepower as well. And there it is. Kusta finds one onto Henny. Looking for some spam through the smoke. Not able to connect just yet. The incendiaries are going to come out to the bottom side of connector. And Kusta, he's already done his job for the round. He's gotten the opening pick here for CLG. Now it's a matter of can they capitalize behind it. One player coming around from the apartment side. Palace. That was Bolt. But Lucas now picking up where his brother left off. He's going to be able to find the return frag onto Kusta. Takes him down. Trades evenly to a 1-1. Until Bolts comes out Palace and finds Ricky. So a little bit too aggressive for his own good. And Ricky will go down. Ethan with that decimator. Gonna do a little bit of damage there on the FNX. Nade comes out, but oh, the rise from the ashes. Phoenix takes him down through the ticket booth. Nicely done. Immortals gonna find themselves on a 2-man advantage now as they trade positively once again. Steel close towards that A ramp. Gonna be looking for it. Cutler gets the reply. Flashbang goes out over the top. They're both blind. Finesse trying to do what he can from this position. They're going to flush out with an incendiary. He's going to try to get some spam damage down, but they've already taken down the threat that's over there towards the palace side. So spam goes back out. 72 HP remains on Steel until he goes down, and now Finesse going to drop to Lucas. So if one twin can't do, the other will, and Immortals will find themselves on a 4-0 scoreline. So Again, a good start to this one for the Immortals squad. 4-0, they find themselves up early. So again, CLG back to the pistols. See what they can do behind this right now, though. They are going to invest a little bit into this one. No armor, some flashes of smoke, some upgraded pistols. Oh, no, sir. Not today, Cutler. Not today, my friend. Kenny is just too fast with that. Incendiary down to underpass. Steel's going to peek behind it. Finds the return frag. Going to find combined metric weight of the Immortals squad in middle is going to find their frags onto the faces of the CLG incursion into that area, and it will go 5-0 for the Immortals side, so looking good again for the Brazilians. That was Henny's first frag, but again, like I said, not going to be able to find too much when you're trying to cross towards stairs side with Henny's quick draw on that AWP. Okay, trying to get himself out of window, up on Cat. He finds himself a positive position. It's a double up setup here for CLG, so Kuste and Rikke both going to have those. See if they can put it down this time. Mid control not being exercised early this time from Immortals. They've been going pretty quick over towards that mid area throughout this opening 5 rounds, so with the exception of one. So 4 out of the 5 rounds. They went A quickly one round with a lurk on Steel towards that connector area, but Rikke, positive position over here on Catwalk, should be able to find the opening pick unless Henny really is expecting this. Steel coming around through underpass. Ethan's got a beat on that. Flashbang to bottom mid. Good trade, though. Lucas baits himself out for his brother, and Henny's going to be able to land the shot, so the trade goes out 1-1. And again, anytime that it's a 1-for-1 trade, it typically favors the terrorist side. You spread out the CT forces a little bit more. You've got Finesse trying to anchor that B bomb site all by his lonesome. So it's 3 players over here. 1 stairs, 1 jungle, 1 ticket booth. Kusta with the AWP train down towards the A slope. He's going to be looking for the frags to come out. Flashbangs around the corner. Now Steel starts his creep. There's the shot from Kusta. Going to be able to find the opener. Swing things back into the favor of CLG. And Cutler's going to be able to capitalize on another. Trying to make his way out, but Ethan quick on the trigger. Finds bolts, and now it's all down to FNX. 1 versus many. They're pretty much locked on his location. There's the wide peak. Finesse is going to be able to get in on the action. It's a team ace for CLG for the first round on the board, only losing 1 Rikke. So the rebuy will come out. Cutler can actually drop an AWP for him if they so desire, and they do. So they're favoring this double up setup. They were able to get the opening pick, which was immediately traded. Kusta trades back, so CLG going to find themselves on the board here. 6 rounds behind us, 7th upon us, 5-1 scoreline Immortals. Looking for the fast play up through the A ramp, and Henny's just going to barrel on through. Not able to connect the shots. Henny's going to burn a little down to 84, but look at this close position from Lucas. They're not ready for this at all. Lucas pounces Finesse down. 1 more around the corner to beat. I believe that's Ethan that's going to be over there. No, I'm sorry. It's Kusta that's over in the jungle position. It's Ethan on site. Flashbangs Incendiary is out towards the connector side of things, and Lucas still biding his time for the time being. Rikke in the backside of the B-bomb site is going to get pressured over here, as it is Phoenix that's over on that side. FNX, for those of you who aren't savvy. Steel finds his way up and towards the ladder room. Cutler goes down. Ethan, in the meantime, was able to frag onto Lucas. And now Bolt's trying to get the trade. Incendiary comes out to flush him, and that will do the trick. Bolt's drops him. So it's going to swing 2-man advantage for Immortals. This is a must-win round for CLG, but they're only on the back of 2 AWPs to try and work with. Now only 1. Rikke over in CT spawn. He's already rotated off of that B bomb site. They can finagle their way back towards the top side of mid, retrieve that bomb, and push it in towards B, but Bolt's looking like he's not done just yet. Perfect pop flash. Good team play, and another round on the board for Immortals. So it goes 6-1. The reset is real, and CLG are on the back foot once again. So this time around, they're not going to have the firepower to play with. CLG onto the pistol round they go. Not one player really outshining the other on CLG's side, but it's Bolts at 10-3. And the scary thing is typically it's Henny who comes to play. And Lucas, your other star player, or pardon me, FNX, your other star player on this squad. But Bolts has been known to frag out from time to time, back before FNX joined the roster. So we'll see how it all pans out, but Bolts off to a rip-roaring start. And Immortals showing no signs of slowing down. FNX going to be able to creep. Nobody watching the Palace Peak. He's going to be able to get 1 for 3. Rikke out from the backside fireboxes is going to get caught as well. There's still 2 players on this A bomb site to flush out. 1 under balcony. Short work of him. Bolts finds him. FNX and Lucas all chime in. Everybody contributing with the exception of Henny into that round, and it will go 7-1 in favor of Brazil. Brazil, very strong. That was like a Brazilian meets Russian. Very strong. I do want to go down the way and have some caipirinhas one of these days, but we'll see how that all pans out. I know that you guys love your juice down there in Brazil. Mid-aggression this time around. CLG trying to switch up the pace, but there's no buddy system in play, so Rick A is all by his lonesome up in the top side of mid. Surely he'll shy away from this sometime soon. Oh, I know a caipirinha. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Baltimore to Brazil, long flight. Worth it. I want to go to Rio de Janeiro one of these days. Would love to go down that way. FNX, though, opens up. Rick A outstays his welcome in mid, and Kusta's going to be down to 1 HP. See if Ethan can do anything. Good positioning. Catches Bolts in midair. Will take him down, but he executes onto the B-bomb site. Plant is coming for Cat, trying to get it done. Cutler does lay a little bit of heat onto Lucas and Steel, but ultimately falls. I'm talking about fall. CLG is going to fall back from that B-bomb site and try and hang on to these rifles for the next round. One player over towards connector, that's FNX. Let's get in the eyes of him because he might have an opportunity on Kusta, and he will capitalize. That goes the op. One more to beat by Tetris. Not able to adjust the aim in time, and Ethan will find the frag, but he's got to worry about multiple Brazilians trying to filter in towards his position. Nice snapshot there. Does manage to take another one down. Good flash around the corner, but Steele's just spamming the living hell out of him right now, so he's going to go down. Oh my God! What was that shot from Ethan? He will go down to Henny, but sweet mother of God, that shot was disgusting. Wow! So it goes 8-1, but not for the sake of trying. Ethan tries his best to stay alive, but wowie zowie. What a shot there from Ethan. A grand effort. Unfortunately, he will fall. But man, trying to make that one-man stand from back firebox. He was trying to swing and get Kustas off at the end of the round to carry over into this one, but ultimately, Henny lurking back up from A slope is going to be able to find him. Now we're going to go 8-1, back onto the pistols. CLG, nothing saved. If I had replays, Mr. Potato Gun, I would use them. Trust. Trust. Push coming in onto that B-bomb site. I realized that I'd never turned auto director back on, so we're missing all of the action. Ethan trying to get... can't switch through just yet, but it actually saves his life. Kind of glad that we stayed into his eyes for that. Lucas tries to go for the refrag, but he is going to get dropped immediately. Bomb has yet to get planted over here towards B. It's on the back of Henny. He's just holding for the time being. Doesn't know really what's coming around from what side. It's a 3-on-3. Ricky on a USP. He's trying to make the flank play, but actually he's going to go back over towards connector because they haven't gone for the bomb plant yet. So Immortals stalling out, making CLG second guess. One player towards the top side of mid, FNX. Bolts and Henny, both over here in this B-bomb site, they will get the plant down. Now FNX in the top side of mid, spotted. I don't know if Ricky registered that that was on his screen or not. But now they start to push in. One goes down. Bolt's going to double up, and Rick A, your last man standing. Bolts finds 4 on the round, and it goes 9-1 in favor of Immortals. CLG might be kicking themselves here for thinking that picking Mirage against the Brazilians was a good idea. Yet to see how it ultimately pans out, but again, an 8-round difference in Immortals on the verge of double digits in their T side of Mirage. All in all, things looking pretty healthy for the Brazilian side. Let's take a look at the money. Oh yeah, no problem there. Henny 4-0-4, but he's on 13,500. It's mid-aggression. He manages to find one, does get traded, but the frags come in. Droves for the terrorist side of Immortals. They're going to be able to go 2 for 1. Kusa trying to poke his head out in towards the window room, but ultimately it's not going to work out too well. Now he does get the information that Bolts is up here, but Bolts is just popping heads. We'll go down to Rick A trying to make his last stand over here towards back firebox. We will see him find 2. Now the remaining 2 Immortals players are very low. So if Rick A can actually infiltrate Catwalk, he might be able to find one here on the steel. And he will do just that. So we're going to go into a 1 versus 1. Bomb's going to start rotating over towards that B-bomb site. Lucas, pardon me, he's actually going to go towards mid. They're going to play a game of cat and mouse right now. And Rick A is still over here, moves into jungle. So Lucas could get caught napping, crossing over towards this catwalk area, but Rick A is not actually watching for this. He's close enough towards A that he doesn't have to worry about the bomb getting planted and him not hearing it. So if it does get planted, he'll know immediately that it's over at the B-bomb site. And Lucas will find his way on in. He's going to clear every possible angle on the push into this bomb site, even pushing all the way into market to make sure that nobody's home. Not going to spot anything. Goes back to the B-bomb site, and we'll get that bomb plant. And now it's going to come into the tense part of this round. 3 kills for Rick A on the round. The rotate's going to come in towards the market side. Lucas going to get a forward position over here towards the market doorway. Takes the peek, catches him in transition. Rick A will go down. Double digits acquired for Immortals. Only 1 round on the board for CLG. So, again, the Brazilians going to work early and often almost every single one of these rounds. But a near 1 versus 4 clutch by Rick A. Ultimately getting jostled around, but everything seeming to pan out for the Brazilians so far. They're into a double up setup. FNX is going to have one. He's gone over towards that A ramp. Pardon me. No, he's over towards the B halls. And Henny tagged up in middle, but it is going to be Lucas to swing and find Rick A. So they tried to go for a little mid-aggression once again, but they get punished for it this time around. Cutler up in the ladder room, biding his time, seeing if anybody pushes around onto catwalk. Lucas at top mid boxes, but it's Ethan from connector to find Henny. Look at Bolt's position, though. He's gotten out. He's got 1. He's going to be looking for a second one. Kusta manages to find 2, though, so they swing things back. CLG, the man advantage goes their way. Bomb down and T-spawn, so Immortals have time for a reset. But Lucas on an AK, FNX on an AWP, and B might just be the order of the day. It's not to say that they're not going to get strong-armed over there. Cutler is on catwalk for a fast rotate to bail FNS out if they so desire. 1 player out. FNS able to capitalize. It comes down into a 1 versus 3. So now they just play the patience game on CLG and wait for Lucas to make the mistake here. Let him push on in. He's holding for the catwalk play. He's getting his eyes and see what happens. He's going to make that jump on out. 1 shot off of that. Not ready for Cutler and Finesse to switch up their positions. It will go 2-10 as CLG managed to double their score line going into the 13th round. So the ult for Kusta, see what he can do here. He does have small armor kit, arsenal of nades to work with. He's only gotten 6 kills so far. It's been Ethan that's done the heavy lifting for CLG, but they only have 2 rounds to their name. On the opposing side, it's Bolt, 17-6. Now FNX on that secondary up manages to take down Cutler, trying to jiggle peek and window. So again, the man advantage going the way of Immortals to start off the round. Ethan thinking that aggression is going to be the right call here, playing very close behind the smoke on a slope. Kusta drop a burn down to the bottom side of the stairs, and now Ethan gets a little bit more aggressive behind it. Are they going to be ready? Did Steel spot this? Flashbang there around the corner. It's Kusta to be able to find one. Kusta going to be looking for more, but he's burning down, gets a second. Can he get the no-scope? Kusta just wrecking bitches right now. FNX going to be your last man standing in the top side of middle. The double up setup paying off, even though Ricky hasn't contributed thus far in the round, but it is all down to FNX. He hasn't made much of a move thus far in the round, still up at the top side of middle. Trying to make his way around and get some picks moving forward, but for now, it is going to be the slow play. 50 seconds left, though. Tons of time to work with. Get Kustered, kid. Oh, yeah. So, FNX, what do you got? 30 seconds, no bomb control. Surely going to be a safe situation. They have kind of started to dry up their money, so he definitely wants to hang on to this up for the next round. Drops the nade out over the top. He's going to land in the window room. Maybe try to take a couple of guns out of their hands, but Rick A's moved his way back towards the CT spawn side, so surely not. There's the peak. Rick A's going to go down, and nade comes out. Kusta, he goes for 4. 3 rounds on the board now for CLG, trying to make it 5 for the end of the half. The money, not great on the Immortal side, but it's just enough to scrape a bye. And we'll see how it all goes. How does it feel to be able to curse now? I've always been able to curse. It's just a matter of holding my tongue in the previous companies that I worked with. We usually don't drop F-bombs when we broadcast, but most everything else is typically legal, fair game. Double up setup still in the hands of CLG. Rick A's going to have it, but he's been quiet this matchup. He's actually down there at 6-12. Cutler. Oh, somehow he survives that onslaught of bullets. Somehow he's still alive. Gets the leg shot even out of that one. FNX finally able to finish him off, but that just took a really long time to come to fruition. Nevertheless, the opening pick is going to go the way of the Immortals side, so they're going to carry the man advantage early. 10-3 scoreline, 7 rounds the difference. CLG trying to get something going here in their favor. They've gotten 2 rounds in a row. But because they got bled down in that last round by FNX on that AWP, it's going to become hell or high water this next buy. Smoke to the top side of connector. Could spot toes through that tiny little gap, but they're actually going to play one here on get right and one up in the halls. Finesse spotted and taken down. Flashbang from Cutler. He's trying to swing on this. They know he's there, and Steele's going to nail the headshot. They fall like dominoes. 2 players left here on CLG's side, but Bolts is in a prime real estate position. He's going to find one. Kusta, the last man standing. He's already getting flanked out by Lucas. Henny's pushed out towards that marketplace doorway. Drops out a deep flashbang. That's going to blind him up. Not able to land the shot, and he's going to try to pursue this to get the AWP. Flashbang's high and around the corner. Incendiary to stop the push from the ramp. Doing everything he can to stay alive, but Henny, spamming the Glock, finds the headshot, gets an ult for his troubles, and that's going to be a team ace for Immortals. So everybody getting in on the mix that time around for the Brazilians, and they go up 11-3. Money is a problem for CLG, to say the least, going into the final round of the opening half of map number 1 of the grand finals of the online broadcast of the qualifiers to go into the Starladder I-League Season 3 LAN finals that's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks in Kiev, Russia. Boom. Nailed it. 2 players over towards the window room. 1 player aggressive towards A slope. 1 player playing towards the stairs side. Rick A caught out. Taken down. FNX very quickly pushing through that palace hallway, and now Ethan trying to get back. He's going to get taken down as well. And Cutler on the verge will find the frag onto FNX. Trade back, but it's 2 for 1 in favor of this terrorist side of Immortals once again. Deagle trying to do some work. Cutler and Kusta both on those Desert Eagles. 50 calibers trying to come to play, and Cutler's going to nail the headshot. So we're back into a 3-on-3, and an AK gets salvaged as well, so things looking pretty good. Kiev, Russia. Whatever, man. Kiev is in Ukraine. I know! All right, I didn't nail it. I didn't nail it. I failed it, okay? I'm American. I don't know where anything is outside of the US of A, okay? Because this is America. I don't need to learn those kinds of things. Suka blayat, my education, okay? Going to be playing in Kiev, Italy. All right? Pushing aggressively behind this. Look at this play coming out from the T side. They've taken full market control. Footstep could be heard. 1 player on the stairs. They're going for the long con here. Woo! Cutler. Going to go down. Both players coming back around, and now Kusta's got to hit some domes. Not able to find the first. Still looking for it. Is able to land the shot. Now it's going to be Henny down to 31 and Kusta on 4. And Kusta clutches it out. Back-to-back Deagle headshots. They're going to get 4 rounds out of this half. CLG trying to do what he can. I thought you were a teacher. I am a teacher. Geography, not my strong suit. Shit. So Kusta ends the half on 12 frags. Ethan right behind him on 11, but it's been Bolts and FNX leading the charge here for the Immortals side. 18 and 14, pardon me. They switched sides. I had to readjust my OHOS to the right part of the screen. So 18 for Bolts, 14 for FNX, 11 rounds for Immortals. And things ultimately looking pretty solid for them. A pistol round victory here is definitely going to put CLG in some hot water. Let's see how it all pans out as we move forward into this one. Aggression from the Brazilian side up there in the palace, or the B apartment hallway. It's going to be a waterfall in towards A. Kusta able to goosh FNX, not able to finish him off, and Finesse is going to be there for the trade. So we will see a 1-for-1 trade. Ethan, 1-tap dirt nap. Henny, swift on the reply. And now we're going to go into this 3-on-4 retake for Immortals. Really long rotate from Finesse, trying to get himself over here towards Catwalk. We do have a flash on Cutler. Going to drop that out around the corner. Does pop the head of Bolts. Nice peek. They got to be worried about this flank play coming. It's not planted for Finesse, though. That's the worrisome part of this. They're doing everything that they can. There it is. Cutler able to drop the bomb diffuser. And Finesse doing enough work here just to distract Henny over towards that connector side. No diffuse comes out. CLG going to be able to pick up the round. And a little back and forth to say the least, but they do ultimately come out on top. So a trade of pistols in this matchup. Both teams winning the T side pistol. And Immortals, well, now they're going to have to eco. Going to bring a little bit of a force buy into this one. Henny buys up some body armor. He's going to pick up a scout behind that as well. So he had a little extra cha-ching in the pocket. See what he can do. He's going to get pressured over here towards the window room at the beginning of this round. Able to get a tag out, looking for the extra damage. Not able to land the secondary shot. FNX trying to do what he can from that area. Acoustic going to get tagged up a little bit. He is going to be able to land the nade right onto the feet of FNX. But in the meantime, Lucas and Bolts are able to find a couple of kills in return, doing some good damage now. Ethan, he's going to be low. There's the scout headshot. Henny able to land that one. Nice kill from him. Down to 2 HP, but it is a 2-on-2. Bomb rotating back around towards that A bomb site. They have yet to push in, and Steele from mid finds Finesse. It's down to just Ethan all by his lonesome. Henny going to switch up his position. Drops out the incendiary towards the Tetris side. So a little bit of back and forth in this round. And now Henny doesn't want to give too much away. Spots him over towards A ramp. Goes for the jump shot. But Ethan channeling his inner scream. And he's going to be able to find the one tap right onto the face of him. It comes down to Steele versus Ethan. Steele's got a superior position over here towards the CT spawn. Ethan wandering over towards jungle. He could intercept that window room and make a bid towards that B bomb site, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the play. They spot each other, though, and Steele's going to get wrecked through the box. Flashbang out. He's going to creep behind this, spots the body, lands the shot, and Steele's going to clutch it out. So after the heroics of Ethan, it is going to go Immortals' way. 12-5, they answer the call. 6 HP clutch for Steele. And Immortals keeping their early dreams alive into this matchup. Not going to allow CLG to try and get back into this too terribly much. We are going to go 7 rounds the difference. The force buy from CLG with behind that bomb plant, Kust on a Galil, Rick A on a Galil, some upgraded pistols for the rest of them, some decent utility being bought up as well, so don't count CLG out of this round just yet. Push towards middle though. FNX is going to be able to light up one, looking for a little bit more. He's going to get something in return. It's going to be a flashbang and a Tech 9 bullet to the face. Lucas, though, on the trade. FNS going to get taken down to 76. The push trying to come in towards B, but stealing a superior angle with this Mag 7.